Miniature Football League. How did this all get started? Well, really it was a brainchild of Wally Jabs and Morgan Scott, with a little bit of the influence and the encouragement of one Reginald Rutledge in the shootout style of play. And late in 2007, early 2008, I first became aware of the formation of the BAM. And it wasn't long as the winter finally warmed up to the spring and the early summer months that the BAM got rolling. And here we are now in our third season. And what we're going to do for you today is a little preview of the first two Super Bowls played, Super Bowl I and Super Bowl II, here in the Big Apple Miniature Football League. So we hope you enjoy our presentation, and feel free to give any comments that you might like about what you've seen today and about some of the coaches you've heard about. BAM Super Bowl I was a classic matchup of two different approaches to the game of electric football, with Coach Brian Healy from the Philadelphia area and his Atlanta Falcons, and an air attack unsurpassed in the league that year, finished the season undefeated in fact, and came into that game with a great passing attack and a good defensive scheme. Opposing him were the creamsicle, if you want to say, Buccaneers of Coach Al Kareem, and a classic power run game. That's what Coach Kareem brings to the table, and that's what we had in that game. And really, it was a battle back and forth. In that first Super Bowl, Coach Healy brought his air attack, and it came on hard and strong early in the first half, and he took a 17-0 lead into the halftime. Helped a little bit by the shake of the box. As you know, the shootout rules, the shake of the box really hurt the Bucs a little bit early in the game, and the fact he really had a hard time getting his running game going, while at the same time Coach Healy was moving the ball down the field with a very steady passing attack to take that early 17-0 lead into the halftime. And that lead really held for the remainder of the game, as Coach Kareem's Bucs were only able to post up a field goal in the second half to keep that game a little bit close, but he never really closed the gap any further, as it ended up 17-3, the final in our first Super Bowl. A couple interesting stats from that game. Falcons had 258 passing yards, and the Buccaneers 148 rushing yards, as you can imagine, from both of those teams. Not to say that the Bucs didn't try to throw the ball, but Coach Kareem only completed 6 of 18 passes in that game. That did hurt. Although he did sack the Falcons quarterback 6 times. So some very interesting stats in that first game. But it was really, the first time in that shootout style. Coaches getting used to it up here in the BAM. But it was a great struggle back and forth for that first Super Bowl here in the Big Apple Miniature Football League.